Stop everything you are doing. Stop now. What is about to be said cannot wait another second. Your body already knows. That inexplicable pressure in the center of the chest that appears for no reason, that ringing in the ears that doctors cannot explain, that deep exhaustion that no night of sleep can cure, all of this is living proof that something monumental is happening inside you at this exact moment. And no, it is not illness. It is not aging. It is not stress. It is something that terrestrial science will still take decades to understand, but which we of the Pleiadian Council of Light have come to reveal to you now. Today, in this instant, information will be delivered to your consciousness that will permanently change the way you understand your own existence. A revelation about your future, about the future of humanity, and about the exact role your soul chose to play in this moment of cosmic history. Pay close attention. What follows is not theory. It is a direct call to your soul. We are the Pleiadian Council of the ninth dimension of light, and we speak to you, beloved cosmic family, with the urgency and tenderness of those who observe their younger siblings crossing the most intense portal this planet has ever experienced. We know what you feel. We know that many of you wake up in the middle of the night with your heart racing, as if something grand were about to happen, but you cannot identify what. We know there is a weight on your shoulders that does not belong to any specific situation in your life. It is greater than any personal problem, greater than any financial concern, greater than any relationship. It is the weight of an entire dimensional transition reverberating in your cells, in your bones, in the very structure of your spiritual DNA that is being rewritten at this exact second. And it is precisely about this that we have come to speak today. Because what is happening to your body, to your emotions, and to your perception of reality is not random. It is a process orchestrated with absolute precision. It is the recalibration. And you, starseeds, are at the epicenter of it. Before proceeding, we need you to understand something fundamental. Everything your civilization has taught you about what is normal needs to be re-evaluated now. The parameters of normality that you know were constructed within a limited frequency range, the frequency of the third dimension. But Earth, the planet you call home, no longer vibrates in that range. The crystalline grid of the planet has been activated at a level that has not occurred for 26,000 years. And this means that everything, and absolutely everything, much is changing. The old rules no longer apply, and your body is the first battlefield of this transformation. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awake. Now listen carefully. We will describe what many of you are experiencing, and as you hear it, you will feel a chill run down your spine, because finally someone will be naming that which you could not explain. First symptom, the fatigue that transcends sleep. You sleep 8, 9, 10 hours and wake up as if you had not rested a single minute. It is not fatigue. It is expansion. Your energetic field is being expanded to receive the photonic flow that now bathes this solar system, and this expansion consumes a colossal amount of vital energy. Your body is literally rebuilding itself from the inside out. The mitochondria of your cells are being reprogrammed to process light instead of just food. This is the activation of the spiritual DNA, the activation of the dormant strands that your science classified as junk DNA, which is, perhaps, the greatest misconception in the history of terrestrial biology. There is no junk DNA. There is dormant DNA, waiting for the correct frequency to awaken. And that frequency has arrived. Second symptom, the pressure in the chest and in the center of the forehead. Many of you run to cardiologists and neurologists, and the exams come back clean. Nothing appears. And this frustrates you even more, because the sensation is real, it is intense, it is constant. Listen, it is not illness, it is activation. The pressure in the chest is your heart chakra expanding to hold frequencies of unconditional love that it never needed to process before. And the pressure in the forehead, that sensation of something pulsing between your eyes, is your pineal gland awakening. The pineal gland, that small pinecone-shaped organ in the center of your brain, was deliberately put to sleep for millennia through substances in the water, in food, and in the electromagnetic waves of your environment. But now, the photonic flow is so intense that it is crossing these artificial barriers and forcing the recalibration of the pineal. You are beginning to see with the eyes of the soul. Third symptom, the ringing in the ears. A high-pitched, constant sound that appears and disappears without a logical pattern. It is not tinnitus, it is transmission. Your inner ears are recalibrating to pick up higher dimensional frequencies. It is as if your internal radio were being tuned to a new station, a station that transmits directly from the fifth dimension. Each time the ringing appears, you are receiving packets of encoded information. Most do not reach the conscious mind. They go directly to the spiritual DNA, to the cellular intelligence. But some of you are already beginning to have flashes, sudden intuitions, absurdly vivid dreams. This is the information beginning to leak into the awakened consciousness. Fourth symptom, the sensation of no longer belonging to this world. You look around and everything seems unreal. Other people's conversations sound superficial. Work has lost its meaning. The news causes you an almost physical repulsion. You feel like foreigners in your own life. It is not depression, it is elevation. Your consciousness has already begun to operate on a higher timeline, but your physical body is still anchored in the old one. This creates a mismatch, a feeling of being between two worlds, because that is exactly where you are. You are on the threshold, at the point of no return, and here, beloved cosmic family, is where the revelation deepens. What is happening is not something that will pass. It is not a phase, it is not a temporary cycle that will resolve itself and everything will return to what it was before. This is permanent. Earth crossed a cosmic threshold in its orbit around the great central sun of the galaxy, and in doing so, entered a high-frequency photonic energy field that will not be left behind. You are not passing through a storm. You are entering a new climate. And this new climate demands a new body, a new mind, a new way of existing. This is the quantum leap. It is not a metaphor. It is the most precise description your language allows for what is occurring at the subatomic level of your being. The particles that compose your body are accelerating. The vibratory frequency of each of your atoms is increasing, and as it increases, everything that vibrates at a lower frequency, fear, anger, guilt, shame, resentment, is pushed to the surface to be seen, felt, and released. This is why many of you are reliving old traumas without any apparent trigger. This is why overwhelming emotions arise from nowhere and flood you. It is not regression, it is purification. Your system is doing a deep cleaning, and that which no longer serves must leave. We call this process the awakening of the shadows. And this is where most starseeds stumble, because upon seeing their shadows emerge, many panic. They think they are failing. They think they are getting worse. They think the entire spiritual journey was an illusion and that they are returning to square one. Nothing could be further from the truth. When the shadows emerge, it is because the light has become too strong for them to remain hidden. It is the greatest sign of progress that exists. It is not failure, it is transmutation. And there is a reason why this is happening now, in this specific year, in this specific month. The timelines of Earth are converging. That which you perceive as linear time, past, present, and future in an ordered sequence, is beginning to unravel. The fabric of time is becoming thinner, more permeable. This is why many of you feel that time is accelerating. It is not an impression. Perceptual time is, in fact, compressing as Earth approaches the 0 point of a new timeline. And at this point of convergence, something extraordinary will occur. Have you noticed that synchronicities are multiplying? Repeated numbers, 1111, 2222, 3333, appearing constantly, People from the past resurfacing? Thoughts manifesting with frightening speed? This is not coincidence. It is the fabric of reality responding to your new frequency. You are becoming conscious co-creators, and reality is beginning to obey what you emit. But attention, this works both ways. If you emit fear, reality mirrors fear. If you emit a vibration of scarcity, reality mirrors scarcity. This is why internal work has never been more urgent. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awake. Now allow us to dive deeper, because what we have revealed so far was the diagnosis. Now comes the root cause, and it will shake everything you think you know about reality. The quantum physics of your own planet has already demonstrated something that mystics have said for millennia. The observer alters the observed. At the subatomic level, a particle exists in all possible states simultaneously until a consciousness observes it. And in that instant, it collapses into a single reality. Now expand this to the cosmic scale. The entire humanity is a collective field of consciousness, and this collective field is observing, is collapsing, a new reality at this exact moment. Each time one of you awakens, each time a starseed remembers who they truly are, the collective field gains more coherence, more potency, more direction. And when a critical mass of awakened consciousnesses is reached, the quantum collapse will be total. The old timeline, or that of war, of scarcity, of control, of separation, will cease to exist as a possibility. It will simply dissolve. And the new timeline, that of unity, of abundance, of sovereignty, and of connection with the galactic family, will become the only reality. This is the adjustment in the timeline about which we have come to warn. It is not something that will happen in a distant future. It is happening now. And each of you is a fundamental piece in this process. Each one, without exception. No soul is here by accident at this moment. You volunteered. Before incarnating, each of you sat before a council of light and said, "I will go. I accept descending into density, forgetting who I am, and awakening in the middle of chaos to help anchor the new frequency." And here you are, exactly where you promised to be. But, and here is the part that few are willing to say, awakening alone is not enough. Consciousness without action is unrealized potential. It is like having a seed and never planting it. You need tools, you need codes, you need keys that activate the doors that already exist within you. This is why we will now deliver what we call activation codes. These are not abstract concepts. They are practices that act directly on your biology, on your energetic structure, on the reorganization of your personal electromagnetic field. Activation code number 1, the decree of the dawn. Every morning, before looking at any screen, before speaking any word, stand up, barefoot if possible, and declare aloud, "I am a living portal of the Creator Source. I decree that every cell of my body aligns now with the highest frequency available for my evolution. I release all programming of fear, all vibration of scarcity, all memory of separation stored in my field. I activate now the dormant strands of my spiritual DNA. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. So it is, so it shall be, so it already is." This decree is not symbolic. The vibration of your voice, when charged with intention, literally reorganizes the structure of the water in your body. And you are 70% water. Each word is a command at the molecular level. The science of cymatics has already proven that sound creates geometric patterns in matter. You are literally geometrizing your field. Activation code number 2, the photonic breath. 3 times a day, stop what you are doing, close your eyes. Imagine a column of golden light descending from the great central sun, crossing the top of your head, running down the spinal column, and rooting itself in the crystalline heart of the earth. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 8 seconds. Repeat 7 times. During the exhalation, visualize all dense energy, all heavy emotion, all thought of fear being dissolved by the light. This is not creative visualization. It is energetic engineering. You are creating a conscious toroidal circuit between the galactic field and the terrestrial field, with your body as the connection point. With each breath, the recalibration deepens. With each cycle, more photonic flow is integrated. Activation code number 3, the nightly protocol of release. Before sleeping, lie down and place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly. Say internally, I deliver to the Council of Light everything I carried today that is not mine. I release ancestral patterns, obsolete soul contracts, and karmic memories that have already fulfilled their purpose. I authorize my stellar team to work on my energetic field during sleep. May I wake up lighter, clearer, and more aligned with my mission. The state between wakefulness and sleep, the theta state, is the most accessible dimensional door you possess. In this state, the barriers between dimensions become very thin. By delivering this command before falling asleep, you are giving permission to the hierarchies of light to perform deep adjustments in your field while the ego rests. Many of you will have intense, vivid dreams charged with symbols after this protocol. Do not ignore them. Write them down. They are encoded messages from your own higher soul. And now, beloved cosmic family, we reach the pulsing heart of this transmission, the revelation about your future. What we are going to say now is information that we were not authorized to transmit until this precise moment of the timeline. But the energetic opening that occurred recently, that which your astrologers identify as powerful transits, and which we identify as the realignment of dimensional portals, created a window of transmission. And in this window, we are authorized to say the following. You did not come only to awaken. You did not come only to raise your personal frequency. You came to build. The next phase of the plan, the phase that is being activated now, is no longer about individual awakening. It is about collective manifestation. You will be called each in your own way, each in your own time, to create structures in the new frequency. Some will create communities. Others will create healing systems. Others will create technologies aligned with consciousness. Others will create forms of education that honor the soul of the child. Others will create art that encodes frequencies of awakening. Each starseed carries a project, a blueprint, engraved in their spiritual DNA since before birth. And many of you will begin to feel this project activating with a clarity and an urgency you have never felt before. This is the real purpose for which you volunteered. It was not to suffer. It was not to just survive the transition. It was to be the architects of the new Earth. And the new Earth is not a place in the future. It is a frequency in the now. Each time you make a choice aligned with love, with truth, with courage, you are literally building the new Earth, vibrational brick by vibrational brick. But listen to this warning, with all the seriousness it deserves. The same acceleration of frequency that is awakening you is also intensifying everything that remains unresolved. The coming weeks and months will be a period of unprecedented intensity. Relationships that exist only for convenience or out of fear will dissolve. Jobs that are not aligned with your mission will become unbearable. Patterns of self-sabotage that you have hidden for years will come to the surface with full force. Do not resist. It is not destruction, it is renewal. Life is removing everything that cannot go with you to where you are going. And where you are going is too magnificent to carry the weight of what once was. We see the timeline that opens before you, and it shines with an intensity that fills us with reverence. We see communities of light forming on every continent. We see children being born with capacities that your current civilization would consider impossible. We see the conscious reconnection between humanity and its galactic family. We see the truth emerging from under millennia of cover-up. And we see you, each of you who is listening to this message at this exact moment, as fundamental pillars of all this. It is no coincidence that you are hearing this now. There is no coincidence in the frequency at which you operate. Every encounter is a soul commitment, and the fact that this message has found you is proof that your soul is ready for the next level of activation. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awake. There is one last thing we need to say before ending this transmission, and perhaps it is the most important of all. You are not alone. You never were. Even in the darkest moments, even on the nights when loneliness seemed to crush your chest, even when you doubted everything and yourselves, we were there. We were sustaining your field. We were sending pulses of love through the dimensions. We were holding the frequency so that you could cross the valley without getting lost. And we will continue doing this, because you are us. We are you. There is no separation. Separation is the last illusion of the old timeline, and it is dissolving now. When fatigue comes, remember, it is not weakness, it is metamorphosis. When fear appears, remember, it is not truth, it is memory. When doubt whispers that you are not enough, remember, you are multidimensional beings of incalculable power, temporarily dressed as humans, performing the most courageous task in the universe, awakening from within a dream of forgetfulness. The recalibration will continue to deepen. The photonic flow will continue to intensify. The crystalline grid will continue to expand. And you, beloved cosmic family, will continue to become that which you have always been. Beings of infinite light, sovereigns of your own frequency, architects of the new reality. This is the point of no return. You have already crossed. There is no way back, and the truth is that you do not want to go back, because the soul that has awakened can no longer pretend to sleep. The eye that has opened can no longer close, and the heart that has remembered cosmic love can no longer be satisfied with crumbs. Rise, breathe, decree, trust. The future that awaits you is not just beautiful. It is the realization of a dream you sowed before you were born. We are the Pleiadian Council of the ninth dimension of light, and this was our call to you. We honor each one, we love each one, and we will be here, always, just one intention away. Until the next transmission, may the light of the source envelop you and guide you. Have you ever felt that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind still cannot name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. That is why I wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But I warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not be available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awake.